Hey everyone! Welcome back to Code Design Academy's Advanced series. In this video series, we're stepping a notch up to help you create some seriously cool upgrades to your projects on Code Design. And in this video, you'll learn how to add background videos to your website, just like this. Swapping out static images or graphics for a video in your hero section, or anywhere else, will really raise the bar and make your site stand out. So, let's get started. Code Design Academy Advanced. We'll keep things simple by using elements from Code Design's design library. And trust me, if you follow along, it'll take less than 10 minutes to nail this. We've also paired this video with an article to walk you through the same steps, so you've got backup. Plus, there's a clone link so you can duplicate the project we're building right in this video. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to bring this technique to life in your style for any page. For this demo, let's start by dragging and dropping this hero section from the design library. Once dropped, let's publish it. Now, when checking the published page, you can see that the hero section we dropped is taking up the full height of the screen or viewport. Note that viewport height, or VH, is a unit that measures the full height of the browser's visible area, where a website is displayed. Got it? Good. Now let's head back to the builder. As you see here, this hero section, by default, has an image with a dark gradient as background. We're going to replace this image with a video. The principle here is pretty simple. We already have a parent hero section that covers the whole screen. Inside this parent section, we'll add another section, or div, where the video will play. Then, we'll make that video fill the entire width and height of the parent section, creating a video background. First, we'll go into the Elements tab and then drag and drop a section element inside the parent section like this. You can confirm if it's dropped properly by inspecting the Layers panel. See? There it is. Now I'm renaming this section element to Gradient. The reason I'm using a gradient in between the video and the hero content is to ensure text readability when the video is playing. For instance, if you have white text over a video, a gradient will help maintain accessibility by making the text stand out. Next, I'm going to duplicate this gradient section like this, and then rename it Hero BG Image. This background or Hero BG Image section is needed because on certain mobile browsers like Safari, videos may not load. If that happens, instead of leaving a blank screen, we'll display a fallback image as the background. Now let's add the most crucial component, the HTML code element. You can find this in the Embed section on the Elements tab. I'm dragging and dropping it just like we did with the other components. Oops! Seems like we dropped the element in the wrong section. But that's all right. Let's fix this by going to the Layers tab and then dragging the HTML code element to the right place like this. In case you got your sections messed up, you can use the same method to bring all those together to this exact arrangement. Having all the 3 sections in place, let's work on each sections one by one. First, let's select the HTML code element and paste the code here in the sidebar. You'll get a link to the code snippet in the description below. And voila! We have a video background playing in the HTML code section. This HTML code includes a video tag. If you scroll down a bit, you'll see the Source SRC section with a video link. You can easily replace this link with a new one to swap the video. We've uploaded a collection of videos on our high-speed servers for you to experiment with. The links to these sample background videos are provided in the description. Alternatively, you can host your own video online and use its direct link here. Now let's set up the fallback background image for when the video doesn't load. I'll select the Hero BG Image section, click the background settings, and replace the placeholder image with one from Unsplash. For this demo, I'll choose an image of a rainy window. Now let's set up the gradient that is to be stacked on top of the background image or video. We'll have a darker shade on the left that fades to a lighter shade on the right. To do this, I'll first select the gradient section on the canvas and then go to the background settings in the sidebar. Here I'm choosing the gradient option for background. By default, we'll have a blue-pink gradient, but we're going to modify that. I'll change both gradient colors to black and then adjust the opacity levels for each. This way, the text over the video remains highlighted, even when the video content is dynamic. At this point, we have 3 layers ready to be stacked on top of each other. The video section is to be set at the back, then on top of that will come the fallback background image section, then the gradient section, and finally we'll have the section with the hero text and header on the top. To make sure these elements are stacked properly, I'm going to adjust the z-index values. The z-index controls the order of elements from front to back of the page. Lower z-index values place elements further back, and higher values bring them to the front. Select the element, then go to the layout settings, and there you'll find the z-index field. I'll assign the video section a z-index value of 100 to start with. Then I'm doing the same process for the hero BG image section, assigning a z-index value of 200. Then let's give the gradient section a z-index value of 300. Finally, this section with text and other content that should appear above everything will have a z-index value of 400. This way, the elements are stacked from back to front in the correct order. Next, we'll make sure that the 3 sections that we created takes up the full height of the parent section. To do this, I'm going to change the height of each element to 100%. I'll go to the layout settings for the video, background image, and gradient, and set each of their heights to 100% of the parent section. If you are not able to access the elements on Canvas, you can use the Layers tab to select the elements. But still, why these are not full screen yet? Don't worry, there is just one more thing to do. To make sure that the video, background image, and gradient sections are positioned correctly by setting their layout positions to absolute. Absolute positioning ensures that these elements will cover the entire section, regardless of the content within the section. I'll do this for all 3 layers, first for the video, then the background image, and finally for the gradient. We're almost there. Now, we need to make sure the background image only appears on mobile. I'll set the display of the hero BG image to none for desktop and tablet views, but leave it visible for mobile. This ensures that the image is only shown when needed, like on mobile devices where videos may not load. Let's publish the page and check it out. As you can see, the video plays beautifully in the background, and if the video doesn't load, the fallback image appears instead. And to top things off, I've deleted the component's default image and gradient that was there, then I added a few more components from the library to make the demo page complete. And that's how you create background videos for your code design project. The links to the assets and sample videos are in the description below. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any further questions, feel free to let us know through comments, support chats, or the Code Design Forum.